Let's learn how to weave together. The first thing we'll want to do is we'll want to choose a color that we are going to start weaving with. I'm choosing white so that you can see how the white moves through the black strings. Now this string right here is called the weft strings. The weft string will be woven in and out of the warp strings. The black strings are my warp strings. Now to help us do this, we're going to tape our white weft string to a pencil. This is sometimes called a shuttle. The pencil will help move or shuttle the weft string through the warp strings. Once the string is attached to your pencil, you're ready to start weaving. Now weaving is basically a pattern. It's a pattern of over, under, over, under, or you can reverse it by going under, over, under, over. I prefer to start under. Now what this means is my shuttle or pencil is going to start under my first warp string. Then I'm going to slide it over my second warp string, go under my third, over my fourth, under my fifth, over my sixth, under my seventh, and over my eighth. Once I've woven my shuttle through the warp strings, I'm going to pull it, and as I do that, you will notice that it pulls the white weft string through the warp strings. You're going to pull this white string all the way through until you get what I call a tail. And the tail needs to be about this long right here. Once you have your tail, and once you have the string pulled through, you can push it all the way up to the top of your loom. Now, we want to take our shuttle or our pencil and we want to pass it through the weave this way. So, to do this, I need to pay attention to how I finished my weave on my first pass. If you look at my white weft string, you can see that it is on top of my last black warp string. So, I need to continue the pattern of under, over, under, over. So since the white string finished over the black string, I'm going to start my second pass by going under the warp string, over the next, under the third, over the fourth, and so on. Pull it all the way through. And as you do this, you will notice your weft string hooks onto your last warp string. Now be careful. Don't pull this too tight. See how I'm pulling my warp string? That's going to cause you trouble down the road. So we've got to loosen that up. You can continue to push the strings up. And I've finished my second pass. Now I need to do my third. Again, I need to pay attention to how I finished my second pass. Do you see how the white weft string is on top of the black warp string? So let's continue the pattern. Since I finished over, I'm going to start my third pass by starting it under. Under, over, under, over. Notice how the string hooks on the warp string here. Remember, don't pull it too tight. You don't want to yank your warp strings too tight. And you're going to continue this process over, under, until you've used up all of your string. And that is how we weave.